Independent, locally owned New Orleans bookstore Octavia Books offers author events, book signings, and hand-picked books for all ages. OctaviaBooks.com.
Criollo Restaurant offers a culinary adventure prepared by a tiny animated French chef. A 5-course dinner experience comes to life at each place setting using projection mapping. Located in the historic Hotel Monteleone. Learn more at criollonola.com.
This program is brought to you in part by the Eugenie and Joseph Jones Family Foundation, a local foundation proud to support education, the arts, and culture in the greater New Orleans area.
Support for this program comes from the Gail and Tom Benson Charitable Foundation, committed to funding educational causes.
Steppin Out is made possible in part by Susie and Pierre G. Villery.
From jazz to jambalaya, theater to galleries.
Steppin Out brings you the best of our local arts and culture scene each week.
Let's step up and step out. Together, keeping WYES strong.
I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out with updates from the local restaurant arts and entertainment scenes. Joining me, Poppy Tucker, host of Louisiana Eats on WWNO Radio.
Hello, Peg.
And making his Steppin Out debut, Matt Grau, Ignatian Volunteer Corps board member and the producer of an upcoming fundraiser that we're going to talk all about. Great to see you.
Great to be here.
Called Harmony and Hope. And Alan Smason, editor of the Crescent City Jewish News and theatercriticism.com. Good to see you. Yes. And now that's not all. Okay, because tonight, beloved New Orleans musicians Paul Sanchez, and later Imagination Movers member Rich Collins and his son Hank will be performing for us too. So it's quite the day. Poppy, news.
Oh, this is some great news. So Boucherie, lots of people's favorite spot over on Jeanette Street, has announced a new tasting menu. They closed for a while this summer, and Nathaniel Zimmett, who is just such a wonderful guy and a talented cordon bleu trained chef, he did an amazing redo of the dining room. You won't even recognize it. The lighting, it's so intimate. It's so intimate, in fact, that there's only 6 tables in the dining room now.
Goodness.
And he has put together a magical menu. The menu lists 7 courses, but it's really 8. And I want to point out the price before you see or hear another thing. The tasting menu is $115. There isn't a tasting menu in town that's that price. And the menu, an ajo blanco with red snapper, black garlic, almonds, Wagyu kabayaki with ferments. He does an intermezzo that is this exquisite little pot of pecan rice with a little foie gras melting in, and there's the little sweetbreads on top. He serves the most magical jumbo lump crab cake I have ever tasted that has a little pickled crab on top, something from Asia that I'd never experienced, and caviar creme fraiche. So lovely. There's Copa tomato basil sambal with a beautiful crepe. There's a glacé that he serves that is savory, not sweet. There's the dessert is a creme brulee donut. This is a magical little thing that he does that looks like a donut on a plate, but the whole thing is actually covered with that beautiful crackling sugar that you get. And what's more, if the menu, you have an ability to add wine pairings that are rare and unusual from Germany, Spain, Italy, and France. Add on the wine pairings, and it's just $52. So this is the biggest bargain in town. Boucheries' regular menu continues, and of course, Bourrie is rocking with live music around the corner Friday through Sunday. They have a garden space now for beautiful special events. He's got his meat pies, his sandwiches, wings, burgers and fries, all of that at Bourrie. And Boucherie is open Wednesday through Sunday, with Wednesday through Saturday, with brunch on Saturdays.
And you have
also
an event coming up, Red Beans and Boucherie?
Yes,
Ooh.
this Sunday, November 9th, from noon till 5 p.m., Nathaniel's nonprofit children's feeding program, Humble Bumble, is joining forces with the crew of Red Beans at Beanlandia for a real boucherie. They're going to be breaking down the hog. Wow. It's going to be a heritage breed Ossabaw hog, really something else.
Now you've got some show and tell.
Well, my dear, the intoxicating scent of meat at this table. Wayne Jacobs Smokehouse in Laplace. If you don't know about it, you need to find out. It's my good friend Jared Zarang, and it is the place for andouille and so much more. That fella is smoking everything there from, I've got some smoked cream cheese right there on the tray, to hogshead cheese. He has packaged his own seasoning. The recipe for the seasoning is in his Southern and Smoked cookbook, but the seasoning blend, it's my favorite. It's the one I use all the time. Now, I know I'm going to kick myself in the rear end for telling people about his fig mustard because it's a seasonal thing. It is my favorite thing. Oh my goodness, on a pork roast. And then he's got frozen cases in there filled with red beans, ham hocks, mac and cheese, boudin king cake, smoked rabbits and ducks and chickens and brisket, baby back ribs, ham, Italian sausage, jalapeno cheese sausage. He's smoking turkeys, deer, boudin, cracklins. They're serving lunch Monday through Friday, and he wants everybody to know he's catering Thanksgiving, smoked and fried turkeys, and all the sides, including pies. Cutoff date, November 12th.
All right, thank you, dear. Wow, it does smell good in here, extra good. Matt, my goodness, what a way to raise money to to bring together some of New Orleans' most talented individuals, musicians.
Yes.
But there's a theme to this one. And first of all, let's talk about why you're doing this in this organization.
Well, we hope we can raise money.
Yes, that's the goal.
That is the goal. And this is our first effort at that. All right.
But
and,
so what is the Ignatian Volunteer Corps?
The Ignatian Volunteer Corps is an organization for retirees to do service work.
Right.
All right. And so it's, service is the core, but they also have a reflection piece where after they do service, they have monthly meetings. They have a chance to reflect on what they're doing as well.
So the special event is called Harmony and Hope.
The music of social justice. And we think that really melds well with our mission of service, and so.
So it's different groups. You go to different centers.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
we have volunteers who put in either 8 hours a week or 16 if they choose to do 2 days of work, with a nonprofit dedicated to helping the poor, the infirm, the disadvantaged, people marginalized in some way. So we have volunteers at Hotel Hope, Jane Place, Project Lazarus, a YMCA literacy program, Harry Thompson Center, all sorts of of places doing good work.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, we showed you some of the stars that are going to be performing, and so without any further ado, though, let us hear one of the songs that will be performed from the amazing Paul Sanchez. This Land Is Your Land.
As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled, and I've followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was singing, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking, I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, storm clouds rolling. As the fog was lifting, a voice was singing, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking in the shadow of a steeple by the FEMA office, I seen my people. They stood there hungry, and I stood there wondering, was this land made for you and me? This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign it said no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me.
And just one more reminder here. Okay, so Ignatius, ivcusa.org/news events, Harmony and Hope. And this is at Nunmaker Hall on the Loyola campus. And what a star-studded group, huh? Gee whiz, with what, Chase Kamada, John Boutte. Oh my goodness, the list goes on and Jim McCormick.
Yes. Yes, we're looking forward to it.
Don Dappy,
yes,
and
yes.
Giovanna Joseph. My goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know
yes.
that's really been something to
yes.
put together, but and how wonderful for Paul to come visit us today. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. You may have noticed his guitar, and you have told me that that is inspired by Woody Guthrie's guitar,
Yes.
which has
Yes.
messages on it too.
Yes.
Congrats. Moving on to Alan.
Okay, so we start off today's show with a departure from theater, but something that is theatrical, or at least will be. The Melange Dance Company is presenting Love Letters from World War II. That's a dance piece. It's based on actual love letters written between Yvette and Roger, a couple separated by the war. The dance piece will be accompanied by an original work from Sarah Quintana and performed live. And the piece also incorporates the fairly unknown story of the Frenchies. Those are the French-speaking Cajuns who had a role, believe it or not, in the resistance movement. That's the Melange Dance Company, and the performances begin tomorrow night and continue through this weekend and next weekend. Tickets are just $35 and can be purchased through neworleans.boldtypetickets.com. And speaking of World War II, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And it's time to start planning to see the holiday shows that the Victory Bells are going to be doing at the BB Stage Door Canteen and the National World War II Museum. They're planning only 4 shows this year, so I suggest you book now. Holidays in Harmony will be playing on Wednesdays in December and the Monday and Tuesday just prior to Christmas. And for those that want to enjoy a great meal from the American Sector Restaurant, there's an option for lunch for $68, as well as individual show tickets for just $22. Now, the Bells will be doing double duty with lots of teddy bear teas for the younger set. They're going to be doing that every Saturday in December with shows at 10 a.m. and then again at 2 p.m. They'll also have shows every Sunday in December at 10 a.m. with an additional Sunday matinee on the Sunday before Christmas. Again, the teddy bear teas with the Victory Bells. And if the Victory Bells don't get you in the holiday mood, then perhaps the radio play live broadcast of It's a Wonderful Life, based on the beloved 1940 1946 Frank Capra film that starred Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed will be your way to celebrate. It's a Wonderful Life, the radio play broadcast, has tickets available, again, at the National World War II Museum, and it's only on one night. That's Friday, December the 16th, from 6 to 8:30.
December 19th.
December 19th, I'm sorry. Now, tickets are still available for the upcoming Crescent City Theater Awards. And, of course, my brainchild, but, you know, attendees are encouraged to really make a night of it. We're going to say if anybody wants to come, black tie is optional, but no one will be policing the fashion there that night, as this is our very first award show for theater happening a week from next Monday and made possible by a generous grant from the New Orleans Theater Association. Here are the finalists for Best Leading Actor in a Play. First off, Jonathan Mraz in the British farce Noises Off. Michael Newcomer as Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, and Edward Carter Simon as Chicken in Tennessee Williams' Kingdom of Earth. Next, the finalists for Best Leading Actress in a Play with Charlie Carr as Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire, Laura Grice as a baker who has to make decisions in The Cake, and Monica R. Harris's turn as Prospero in the reimagined Tempest. And for Best Leading Actor in a Musical, we have Patrick Cragen as Billy Crocker, New Orleans native Michael Moore in the titular role of Jesus Christ Superstar, and Tyler Walls, who played Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in Jekyll and Hyde. And if that wasn't enough for you, there's a three-way race between three incredible leading ladies in a musical for, first of all, Melissa Campbell, who played Carole King in Beautiful, the Carole King musical, the amazing Leslie Clavery, who brought the roof down as Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes, and of course, New Orleans' very own Chase Kamada, who was spectacular as the leading player role, first made popular, of course, by Ben Vereen, and then played in the revival of Pippin by Patina Miller. For any of those of you who have children who have been supported and nurtured by Kelly Fucci, you see here from Encore Studio of Dance, Tumbling, Music, and Theater, or if any of you have been to any of her Rivertown Theater shows, please consider coming to see her receive the very first Theater Educator of the Year award. And for those of us who have not been from New Orleans, entertained during the past 50 years by Ricky Graham and loved it, please come and join in our reverie. As tickets are limited, we are going to honoring Ricky, and you see him there with Becky Allen, with the very first Lifetime Achievement Award. Again, the tributes have been pouring in on video from afar and live in our studio. You don't want to miss this very special award show. Again, limited tickets remain exclusively through Eventbrite.com. The awards are being designed, by the way, by Tiffany Adler of Adler's Jewelers. There'll be food catered by Sunray Grill and lots of libations prior to the show being held here at the Corman Studio at WYES TV. And again, just use your phone right now. Take a picture of the QR code here to get $75 tickets, which are tax deductible.
But Eventbrite too.
And again, Eventbrite, it takes you right to Eventbrite. And again, I just really want to have everybody, by this time next week, hopefully, we will be sold out, and I will be able to tell you we don't have any more tickets.
Okay, thank you very much. And, you know, to support, we have all these special concerts in honor and to support these wonderful causes. To support Ben Franklin High School, many New Orleans musicians will perform a concert at the Broadside this Sunday. Here's Rich Collins, a member of the Imagination Movers, and his son Hank to preview the event and play. Well, some of you all may have heard of Bennaroo, which is a big music festival, but how about Bennaroo this Sunday at the Broadside? And with me, oh my goodness, father and son team, and also in bands on their own. We're talking about Rich and Hank. And Rich, tell me about what we can expect.
So Bennaroo is this first ever fundraiser for Franklin High School. Ben Franklin High School, this is a cool new idea. It's an all-ages concert that's going to feature the talents of students, alumni, parents, and a bunch of names that people will recognize. So we've got Delphio Marsalis, Anais St. John. Delphio is an alum. Anais is a parent. We got members of the Creole String Beans. Got some parents in there.
You got the Iguanas.
Iguanas, Renee Cohen, my good friend. He's an alum. It's basically just a smorgasbord of incredible New Orleans musicians all getting together to support the school to raise money for what's like the #1 top-ranked school in the state that's also had record enrollment this year.
All right. Now, you're in the Creole String Beans, as well as, of course, you're part of the Imagination Movers.
Yeah.
But the Creole String Beans are going to be performing, right?
Yeah, so I'm guesting with those guys for this weekend. We actually have a rehearsal tonight. I'll be playing drums with them, and then some of those guys are going to play while I do a couple of songs of my own.
Now, Hank, you've got your own band. What's the name of it?
That's the Beverly Hills Polo Club.
The Beverly Hills Polo Club. Okay, and you'll be playing too?
Yes, I'll be playing with 4 of my friends who created that band together.
All right. Now, tonight you are playing a song, and this is an original composition. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I have for the last 20 years been writing music for Imagination Movers, but I also just write songs all the time. This is a new one I wrote, just it's not even recorded yet, but it's called The One I Love. It actually kind of began as a song I was singing to my dog. But
okay, how romantic.
It's for all the people I love.
All right. Okay. And you're on drums, huh? How'd you get to start playing drums?
I think the drum kit was kind of always around the house when I was a child, so I guess I started from a young age. I don't really remember when.
Okay. Well, let me get out of here, and you'll hear The One I Love, an original composition by this guy, Rich Collins.
You've been taking up my time. You've been making up my mind. All I want from you is all your love and all your kisses. And I would call you on the phone if I could call you on the phone. And I wish for you 3 times if I have 3 wishes. Yeah, I'd spend them all on you. As long as my heart's still beating, as long as I am still breathing. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. I know my heart would break if you were to go away. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Na, 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 na. I've been running down the hall. I've been crashing in the walls. And that explains the bloody nose. When I get to the end of the maze I'm living in, I will know which way to go. Yeah, I'm going back to you. Oh, as long as my heart's still beating, as long as I am still breathing, yeah. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. I know my heart would break if you were to go away. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. Oh, yeah. Na 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 na. You've been taking up my time. You've been making up my mind. All I want from you is all your love and all your kisses. As long as my heart's still beating, as long as I am still breathing. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. I know my heart would break if you were to go away. You're the one I love. You're the one I love. Oh, yeah.
All right, once again, that's Sunday, this Sunday, starting at 4 p.m., but doors open at 2:30. I understand they've sold quite a few tickets and they're still trying to sell some more. So bfhsla.org/Bennaroo, all right, and we wish them all the success. And let's just remind you, okay, so that's this Sunday, November the 16th. Next Sunday is your event that we've just talked about too, just a reminder. Okay, I'm going to kick off our Picks of the Week with a highlight from last week's Halloween. Wanted to share some scenes of Halloween in Mid-City. This clever homemade devil bat costume was a highlight. And of course, there were precious junior astronauts to be seen, as well as pirate duck and a few dinosaurs walking around. But also we've got picks. There will be a symphony book fair pop-up on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at their new warehouse at 632 Distributors Row. And that's in Elmwood. Lots of arts and books. And artist Pamela Sills will show her work on Saturday in Covington at the Christwood Gallery with an opening reception at 4:30, and it's on view Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Artist Jeannie Detweiler, Alex Modesta, and colleagues will have their new work being shown at the second floor gallery. That's Saturday night at 6 p.m. It's open through December the 6th. You'll be able to see it. It's within the New Orleans Healing Center. And the Kamenka Ethnic Dance Ensemble and the Crescent City International Dancers will perform with music by the Bogorica Music Group, and that's on Sunday beginning at 6:30 at Hotel Peter and Paul. Admission is free, but donations are advised. And Poppy, your pick, babe.
NOCA's pop-up they do for the graduating students is happening. The theme is Embers, November 11th through the 14th, 18th through the 21st, and then again, dates in December, 2nd through 5 and 9 through 12.
All right, Alan.
So how many times have you passed the Oddfellows Rest Cemetery at Canal Street in City Park and wondered if it ever opens? Well, for those of you who are interested in seeing the historic cemetery, your chance opportunity will be this Saturday afternoon at 1 to 3 p.m. The Electric Yak Quartet will perform classical and contemporary works in the graveyard as a fundraiser for the newly reconstituted Oddfellows Lodge. Tickets are just $35. This should be a lot of fun. Use the QR code below, and I'll see you at the theater.
Okay, and a few more picks. The WYES Holiday Marketplace will have 60 vendors, along with food trucks on Wednesday from 3 to 8 p.m. Food trucks galore. Go to WYES.org for full vendor list. Also there, Donna Sims. She'll be signing her book, which is about the historic Donna's Grill, Donna's Bar and Grill. Let me show you. Look at that. All right. And on Wednesday, also Wednesday at 8 o'clock, Rock and Bowl, Chris Champagne has another satirical show, this one titled Futile Crescent. Oh boy. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Steppin Out is made possible in part by Susie and Pierre G. Villery.
From jazz to jambalaya, theater to galleries.
Steppin Out brings you the best of our local arts and culture scene each week.
Let's step up and step out. Together, keeping WYES strong.
Support for this program comes from the Gail and Tom Benson Charitable Foundation, committed to funding educational causes. Criollo Restaurant offers a culinary adventure prepared by a tiny animated French chef. A 5-course dinner experience comes to life at each place setting using projection mapping. Located in the historic Hotel Monteleone. Learn more at criollonola.com.
This program is brought to you in part by the Eugenie and Joseph Jones Family Foundation, a local foundation proud to support education, the arts, and culture in the greater New Orleans area. Independent, locally owned New Orleans bookstore Octavia Books offers author events, book signings, and hand-picked books for all ages. OctaviaBooks.com.